What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to Tower Defense Tuesday. Today we're going to take a look at Spirits of the Hellements from Hippo Rider. This one is going to be launching on Steam in just a couple of days on April 28th, but does have a demo that you can play right now for free. It's mentioned on the Steam store page that this game will launch at $12, and it's pretty fun so far. I haven't made it super deep into the game, but I have been having a good time. One of the things that really draws me to tower defense games is being able to maze enemies to create the killing zones or killing areas that I really particularly like. Now let's jump on in and check out Spirits of the Hellements. Now there are 5 chapters to play through. For this video, we're going to do this second map, as I think it really does feature a lot of good things of what the game has to offer. As you play through and beat maps, you're going to earn some hallowed runes. Hallowed runes are going to allow you to unlock the last upgrade tier of a particular defenses. So, like in this particular case with the Forest Spirit, I'm using it quite a lot as it is one of the lower cost defenses. I want to unlock that last upgrade tier. So let's go ahead and unseal that. Now, this means if we take this path to go chaining projectiles, when we get to that point, we are going to have 2 choices to unlock. We can take a look at the upgrade tree here. So you'll see it as we go along. However, I do like this chaining projectile, so I unlocked the highest upgrade tier for that. Now, additionally, let's see, what else do we want to do? Let's unlock cluster bombs. Yeah, let's unlock the cluster bomb tree on the explosive spirit. So we've got that one unsealed now, and it will give us that last upgrade tier. So looking forward to getting in and checking out these new upgrades. But let's hop on into a map. The maps do take a minute or 2 to run. There's different stages through the map that you'll go through, and each stage is going to have a number of waves. At the end of each stage, there is going to be a boss wave, so to speak. As you'll see, stage 1 of 4 here, and we see in stage 1, this one is going to have 5 total waves. So it's given us a little tutorial about the game. The placements on the maps, you can use one of 2 ways. All of these particular Hellements will have an affix where if enemies walk through it, it does a specific thing. Additionally, you can bless that particular tile, like we'll do right here. And then that will allow us to gain a benefit by placing one of our defenses on it. So we're going to throw lightning. We're going to throw this Hellemint down on Lightning Strike. Lightning strikes the explosion area after a short delay. Enemies in the center of the strike take 50% increased damage. So we're going to get a little bit of a bonus on our explosive Hellemint there. And then just to get things started here, let's go ahead and throw down let's throw down Earth as well. The Forest Spirit. Now, we've got 50 left. That's enough to throw down one more Forest Spirit. You know what? Let's just throw one right here just to be safe. Or do I want to put one over here? See, here, enemies that walk through it are going to be slowed. Or we can bless the tile and then place one of our Forest Spirits on it. And this, in turn, is going to give additional range and bonus damage. So now, as we look at the map here, we've got 2 lines. This is the main ground path. We're going to be able to maze this one throughout the map. This direct line is a flyer path, as this map will have flyers that open up. As you look at what's to come, it's going to tell you the enemies that are there and any elite modifiers that are stacked up on the map. Let's go ahead and get this first wave started. Of course, as with all good tower defense games, we can speed it up and go into double time. So good stuff right there. And there we go. It's walking us through. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's see. So we've got 195 to spend. I think, you know what? Let's just throw another Forest Spirit right here. Now, this is the path enemies are going to take at the moment. We're going to want to change that a little bit, I think. How do we want to do it? Let's just set up for the future for what I've got in mind here. So I'm going to just start setting things up. Just a trickle here. Let's go right there on that tile. Now, anytime you bless a tile, that of course makes it so enemies can't pass over that tile. So we're getting our pathing set up by our blessings. Now, there's going to be a limited amount of blessings that we receive each stage, and we'll be able to unlock more of them. But let's go ahead and let it fly here just for the second wave and collect up some of our resources. And what do we got? We got some snappers coming this time. They've got a little bit higher health, but I believe we are probably going to be okay. So let's just go ahead and let it fly. We're getting that nice lightning area effect by having our explosive element on that tile, which is quite nice. Now, you see we're up to 1,080 here. The last wave is a Chaos Breach. The Chaos Breach is going to be coming up after this next wave. It gives you a warning here below. The Chaos Breach is kind of like a boss wave, so we're going to want to make sure to be ready for that. But let's go ahead and spend some of our resources on getting some of these upgrades in. Now, we've already got a lightning tile blessed here. Let's go ahead and throw a Gatling Spirit on this. And the Gatling Spirit already has a Gatling gun. But now we're going to be able to even speed up the attack speed. So, I mean, it's a win-win, right? Gatling gun that shoots faster. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Now, additionally, we can start upgrading these other Hellements. So, let's go with range on that one. Projectiles are thrown with more force. Or, you know what? Do we want to just upgrade? Let's upgrade range on that. And we'll go 5 damage in range on this one. That's going to spend the majority of it. Actually, we can get one more range upgrade here on this guy. Right now, this is my lone survivor against these flyers. So let's go ahead and get this wave going here. Of course, just at the beginning of the map, we are just going to smack them directly in the face here. Okay, now we're at the end of this stage, so we get a Chaos Breach. With the Chaos Breach, you get to choose a buff that also comes with a debuff. So, like, I can pick up 3 more blessings to bless tiles here, but monsters are going to gain 24% increased health. I can place a Wind Element on a randomly selected tile, but monsters are going to gain regen. Or I can straight up gain 500 souls, which is our currency, but then monsters are going to gain bonus armor. I think let's go ahead and go with the free souls. We'll take it. And what do we want to do from here? Well, I think we might be able to handle the Chaos Breach, but just to be safe, I'm going to throw another Forest Spirit here. Now, one of the things with the Forest Spirits is they will attack flying mobs innately. Other enemies will not. Now, additionally, these spirits do have target priorities, so you can set the priority to first, last, strongest, or you can also change the priority between air and ground. Now, if you put it on air, it's still going to attack ground enemies, but it's going to attack the air enemies first. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let it fly for this one and see how we do against this very first Chaos Breach. I think we'll wreck it since it's the first one. Yeah, we're looking quite solid. Nothing even made it to my Gatlings. Darn it. Okay, from now on, rounds may contain flyers. So now we're going to get some flyers in the mix. Now, remember, those bonuses that we picked up, those are going to stack up throughout. So they're going to apply to the rest of the match. Additionally, the negatives will as well. So you have to be careful there. Now, let's see. We did pick up 7 more blessings. So we want to do a little bit more pathing here. And I think we will go something... Let's see. Go something like that. And we'll force enemies through the fire here. Then, as we come down this way, we can force the enemies back up and around. How do we want to handle this one? Well, I mean, we'll handle that lane when we get to it. We do have one more blessing to use. I guess let's just put it right here for now. All right, now what do we want to do? Oh, you know what? I should have blessed this tile here. Now, you can remove the blessings, but if you do, you don't get anything back. So, you know, returning them doesn't really help you out an absolute ton. I think we're going to be good for this first wave, though. So let's just let it fly here. We've got our little nature Hellements here are just wrecking it up, so we're in good shape there. Don't get overconfident. Indeed. Alright, and we unlocked a new Hellement, and now we've got a sniper. Oh yeah. So we got a really large range sniper, which is just good stuff, that's for sure. Let's see, we still got 2,400, so we've got a choice now between doing some upgrades and maybe getting some of these guys buffed up. What do we want to do? Well, we can start working on one of our nature Hellements over here. Cause the forest spirit to attack at a faster rate. Projectiles are thrown with more force. Let's go with the range and damage. We took that chaining projectiles, remember, so now we're going to unlock the last tree, which I'm kind of excited to see what this charging rockets, or charging ricochets looks like. 3 additional chains. That's 6,300. That's a lot of bacon on that one, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And then let's see. Let's throw a little bit more AoE damage in, say, like right here. I can't upgrade that yet. We do have 80 left, so that would allow us to do one more. You know what? Let's just put another one right here. So I'm trying to make sure that everywhere I place spirits, of course, it's getting a little bit of a double dip and able to hit the enemies more than one time. We are wrecking it. We are wrecking it. But it's still early. It's only stage 2. Alright, you can tell spirits to prioritize. Yep, the target priorities. And what are we sitting on now? We're sitting on 1,000. Let's let it fly again and save up a little. We are putting the ground and pound in, and the flyers, of course, are just getting handled right out of the gates, so very nice there. In great shape on the flyers for the moment. Alright, and what next? I feel like we're actually in pretty good shape for now, so let's just let it continue to fly and keep our resources stacked here. I feel like it might be a good idea to get one more nature spirit over here, because I think the flyer lanes are going to start getting a little bit more and more troubling here as we go. Alright, let's see. So let's go ahead and play. You know what? Let's go with a sniper here. The sniper, let's increase the range on it so it's hitting these ground lanes as well. Gain 20 damage and 1 pierce. I mean, that seems pretty good, but let's go with what else? We got 2,900 to spend here. I feel like we should get some of these other basic upgrades in play. What can we spend on this one? Gain bonus damage? Yes, please. Would love some. Let's take the cluster bombs there on that one since it's getting all this pain done up front. And that leaves us down at 100. So let's just let it fly here. Next up, of course, we've got another end of stage. So we're going to have to make another selection. And hopefully we get something kind. But remember, going into another stage is going to give us more blessings. Okay, upgrade all wind tiles to tier 2. Monsters gain 30% increased health. 1 Hellement of any type on 1 of 3 random selected titles, but spawns 10 bloated zombies. I think we'll go with the wind tile upgrade. Now, we've got 1,800 here, but we're not going to be able to do a whole lot left, so I'm just going to save this coin and let it fly here. Let's see how we do. And you see we've got boss flyers as well, but we've got enough power up here where we're just shredding those guys. So pretty darn good so far. Right, now where do we want to go? We picked up 7 more blessings. Armor penetration upgrades helps to counter enemies. So yeah, we're going to be getting some armor now. Now, first off, I do want to take advantage of these tiles that are on these islands. So let's go with a blessing there and a blessing here. And that will allow me to place spirits there. Let's get these guys pathing all the way up here. We could get a little zigging and a zagging going on here. Oh, I'm out of blessings, so that is it for now. Alright, let's see. We've got 4,300, so we got a lot of change to work with here. So we got to stack up these. I think here a sniper is just an obvious choice, as it is a sniper's nest. Infinite range, while there are no enemies within 2 tiles. So we're going to be shooting map wide when no enemies are close. Additionally, for 50% more damage. So good stuff there. And what do we have over here for this one? Railgun. Struck by lightning, take damage based on how many enemies the projectile pierce through. Okay, that's interesting. Because we do have some pierce upgrades here. So let's go ahead and take that one as well. Let's jack the pierce up on this one. There's even another pierce. And then let's get this one upgraded. So we can gain 2 range here, I think. Actually, we don't need the range because we're map wide when there's nothing within certain targets or a certain amount of tiles. So let's get our pierce and our damage upgrade on that sniper as well. Now, this particular one, I want this one to be prioritizing strongest enemies. Additionally, we want this one to prioritize strongest enemies as well. Let's get some damage going out with these snipers on these tankier mobs. So let's go ahead and let it fly here for the beginning of the wave. You see that our enemies are armored now. So a little bit of armor to strip before we are able to do any damage. We're still just completely wrecking it though. So loving that, loving that. And let's see, we picked up a new Hellement. What do we have here? The Curse Spirit applies a curse to enemies that slows them, and upgrades also to apply various debuffs. I think that's a natural to go right here. Let's slow and debuff the enemies up front, and then we'll get another shot at them around in the back. What kind of... Oh, there we go. We'll get some of that armor stripping going right away. Cursed enemies have -10 armor. Curse lasts for 4 more seconds. I feel like that's a good choice. And then we got 941 left. Well, let's get a little bit over here. Now, we know there's armored enemies, so let's get a little bonus damage and some armor penetration going on our Gatling. That leaves me 111, which I don't think is going to be enough to do much. Let's see. No, nothing. Oh, here we go. 1 additional range. Yeah, we'll take that range. Alright, let's let it fly here for this next stage. We got a pretty good melt going on right now. Now, of course, when enemies start pushing, they are going to be pushing. And there we go. We got the burn. Now we're sitting on 3,800. You know what? I wanted to play with these. I'm going to need, what, 6,300 to unlock that one. 3,800. I'm going to save up because I really want to unlock these last tiers, which I have not done yet. So definitely want to unlock those and check them out in all their glory and see what kind of wapow they get going on here. We're getting it. We're getting it. They're on the push now, but They're still just not making it far. The maze has held strong thus far. Let's see. What do we want to do? Well, we're sitting on 6,000 now. Whenever an enemy hit by this spirit dies, gain bonus damage and attack speed for the rest of the wave. Holy smokes. That is so huge. I've got to take that, even though I am very curious about these charging ricochets. That just seems enormous. This is going to turn into just a powerhouse. Because it's getting shots off on damn near everything. That is one huge upgrade for sure. Now this looks like it's a flyer wave only, so we're just melting these guys as they spawn up. Alright. We're sitting on 4K now. Clusters are now filled with more bombs. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so we got this upgraded all the way as well, which is quite nice. Now, if you wanted to move a spirit, although you don't get a refund off of the blessings, you see down here, release spirit, you're going to get 2,200. So you will get a little bit back for taking a spirit back and moving them. How are we holding up here? 5 damage in range. I think in that situation, range would be good. And here we go. Let's let it fly once again. Now, next up, we've got another boss wave. This one's mixed. Flyers and ground mobs. Oh, we got some little speedsters, too. The flash is on point here, running on out, but we're dishing out the pain. I feel like the upgrade from this guy is just so insane. Okay, now here we go on the Chaos Breach. We can gain 6 blessings, but monsters get 11 bonus armor. Place 1 fire element on any tile, or they gain increased health. Or gain 1,778 souls and place a element on one of 3 randomly selected tiles. 25 health regeneration. I think we're going to go with the blessings, because we've got a lot of armor stripping in now. So I think that one will be the easiest for us to counter. You see, we do have some more blessings now. What do we want to do? Well, we could go like that. And then maybe like that. And force them to walk around just a little bit more, maybe? I wish there was 3 here where I could go up 1 more on that one, but no such luck. Alright, and what do we got? We got 6,800. First enemies are worth more souls. I mean, that's always good. Let's get the soul farm going. Then what? We're full upped on those. What do we got to do here? Quite a few upgrades here. Additional 10 damage in range. Once again, we just chose armor, so let's get that armor penetration going. And let's let this Chaos Breach fly and see how we can do. I'm a little concerned about the flyers. You know what? In fact, I'm going to change these both to air priority. Let's do it. I want these guys, those snipers, hitting the air first. Oh, and they're just melting. So, yeah, good choice there. Now the question is will my ground lane hold up? Because, oh yeah, they're on the march now. Looks like it's doing pretty good so far. We got an absolute powerhouse going up here now from this guy. That is such a huge upgrade. I mean, by the end of every wave, we're going to have just a ridiculous rapid fire, just terrorizing machine here. So crazy, so crazy. Okay, we picked up 11 more blessings. I mean, what do we want to do with 11 more blessings? Well, we can force the enemies this way a little bit further. We can force them... Do we want to force them that way further? I don't think we want to force them that way any further. We could do something down here. See, enemies with regen will heal once a second. However, burning enemies with the fire element reduces their regen. So that's another benefit of going over those fire tiles. Let's see, how do we want to do this? I mean, we could do kind of a little makeshift maze here. We might as well, right? Let's go there. Just go like that, I think. Will be pretty good. What do we want to do here? Let me throw a blessing here just in case I want to use that tile. But we've got 9,700 now, so we can really set up for the final stage of this match. And what do we want to do? Well, let's get our actually our curses are upgraded all the way now. I feel like we could get another little powerhouse going right here, as he's going to get some shots in early game out here. More force and more range, it's just good. Chain twice. I want to get another just ridiculous one here. Let's go with the decomposition on this guy too. This is going to be so huge having two of those out there like that. Let's see, what else do we want to do? Well, let's just go with some straight up damage gain to our Gatling gun here. And we'll go to bonus damage, volatile core on that guy. We've got 1,300 to play with still. Can I do much with 1,300? And we can get a little bonus going here. Increases attack speed. Alright, let's let it fly here. See how we do. Oh, we just got a powerhouse up front right now. Really putting the burn on these enemies. In fact, you know what? I feel like... Actually, I feel like I should leave both of these guys on front. I want them hitting as many targets as possible. This one has got some pretty healthy armor on it, but he's going to be in for a surprise when he comes up to these last two guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The melt factor there was pretty enormous. Alright, and what next? We got 4,800 left. I feel like we could use another sniper somewhere. Let's just throw a sniper right here. We'll get the Pierce going. We'll get even more Pierce going. We got 2,700 left. Let's go with the cluster bombs on that guy. And we're at 692 now. Let's go +2 range on this one just to get the range map wide. And let's let it fly here. So, we are getting it. We are getting it. The game is quite fun. Now, I do really enjoy the strategic value of being able to path enemies. I absolutely love that. It's one of my favorite things in tower defense games to do, is to be able to make your own path, and it makes every map kind of your own. Now, obviously, depending on the tile design, a lot of people will end up going with a very similar strategy, but it is quite fun to be able to path enemies around to your heart's desire. Let's see. Okay, here we can go. Do we want to go with the ricochets? Let's go with the ricochets on that one, just so we can check it out. Now, we got 1,300 left. Not really going to be able to do too much with that, I don't think. There we go. We can go 20 bonus damage with one more Pierce. And, wow, we still got a long way to go there. But let's let it fly. I think we're in pretty good shape. I think we've got a spawn camp going here. Now, obviously, I don't want to speak too soon and jinx it, but boy, there is a lot of power going out right here. Yeah, we got full melt mode here. Now, we're a long way from the end, of course, but we still got several more waves, plus the big ending wave. I feel like I could use a little bit more armor penetration, but once it gets up to these guys, I think these are going to melt. Yeah, just shredded. Absolutely shredded. Let's see. 5 more enemies, wow. Oh, that's interesting. Return to sender, so the projectiles will go there and back. I kind of feel like that might be one I want to put on this. Need 4,700. I want to save up for it. I want to check that one out. That's definitely an interesting selection, no doubt. I think we got plenty in here to melt these flyers. This wave's flyers, anyway. Alright, now let's take this return to sender. That's kind of cool. I'm anxious to see what this looks like here. Let's see, let's get this little guy up a little bit more. Additional range, little armor penetration, it never hurts. Let's let it fly now. Let me slow it down so we can actually see. Oh yeah. They're going out and then coming back, so it's hitting those ground enemies twice. So awesome. That's a super cool thing. I didn't see that upgrade available yet. Or I just didn't pay attention to it. That is a very, very cool upgrade path right there. Return to sender. I like it. I like it. Oh yeah, we are just devastating them. Just devastating them here. Alright, and what are our choices? Elite Aberration. Upon spawning, become immune for 4 seconds. Well, that's not good. Elites permanently gain 30 health generation. Wow, the choices on this one are kind of rough. Let's just take this first one, just because I've never seen it. The Elite Aberration. That's going to upgrade my fire tiles, too, here. So, enemies walking through it, now you see it's going to last for 10 seconds. Do increase damage, and it's going to reduce their regen. So, I think that will help out. This is the final Chaos Breach, of course. So, let's get our spending in. Let's upgrade that one all the way. What else do we have? We got 1,300 left to spend. I mean, we could always throw in another... Let's do that, actually. Let's throw in another one here for last resort. Let's put them on the wildfire here. And then give it a little bit of range to help out with these flying enemies. And the wildfire, of course, this one's tier 3 is now as well, so... Or is it? Yeah, it's tier 3 as well. So we get the bonus attack speed, we get the exploding projectiles, we get the 100% damage bonus. Why on earth did I not put anything on that before? Because this one was blessed right from the beginning. I didn't have any choice there. Now, I could have removed the blessing, of course, and used that as a ground tile, which wouldn't have been a terrible idea. However, it is pretty close to the end to be using that one as a ground tile. Alright, these guys are on the push here. No doubt. There is a lot of enemies getting through. So let's see how we hold up here. I forgot to scroll in and out this whole video. You can scroll in and out, y'all. It's a little limited as far as the depth. Like, you can go in that far, and you can come out this far. Oh yeah, we just... full shred mode. That was just a ridiculous burn there. And we unlocked 2 more Hallowed Runes and new Diablo mod. So we unlocked a new mod as well. But that is going to do it for today. That is a quick look at Spirit of the Hellements. All the links are down in the description below. Hopefully you all are having a great Tower Defense Tuesday. And I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.